Merry Christmas and welcome to the 100th episode of the DeCesare Group Podcast. I'm your host, Jim DeCesare. Thank you for being here. You know, it's hard to believe we've reached the 100th episode. It's been a labor of love for nearly 3 years to bring you conversations with so many interesting people across South Central Kentucky and the Commonwealth. We truly appreciate you listening and sharing the podcast with your friends. And in the spirit of Christmas, we thought we would bring you a very special guest. Joining us live in our studio for a special visit from the North Pole, it's Santa Claus. He's the keeper of the nice list, the master of holiday cheer, and has the most recognizable laugh in the world. Santa's agent, Nick Wilkins, booked this gig for him, and I'm so excited to have him on for our 100th episode. Here's my conversation with jolly old Saint Nick. Santa, welcome to the DeCesare Group Podcast and our 100th episode.
Oh, it's so glad to be here. I am so glad. This is great. I came all the way down from the North Pole.
I know, a special visit just for us, and we're so excited to have you here because this is truly the most special time of the year.
It absolutely is. And, you know, when Ms. Claus got that note in the mail from you to invite me down, I was like, absolutely, we'll go to Kentucky.
Well, we appreciate you coming down and being our special guest on the podcast because we sat here and we debated who do we want for our 100th episode. And then when we realized that the 100th episode would come out the week of Christmas, you were the logical choice.
Well, thank you very much. I sure appreciate you thinking about me.
Well, I think about you a lot over my last 59 years because you've been a part of my life, my whole life, just like everybody else that listens to this podcast. So you've had a major influence on a lot of individuals throughout history.
I have. I've seen several kids grow from infancy to actually adulthood, and they're, have children there, and we visit them and their children too. So it just keeps going.
It's so awesome. So it's almost go time. And have you got your nice list ready to go?
Absolutely. I have got my nice list. Now, there's a few of them that are riding on the fence.
Always.
So, we're watching them close. My elves, I have elves in all the schools all over the world, and they report to me. So that's a good place for we to find out their behavior.
And do you have a few elves located in maybe some of the local businesses too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's several of them here. Mm-hmm.
So keeping an eye out for you and letting you know who's on the naughty list and who's on the nice list.
That's exactly right. And, that's children of all ages. So
yes. Even
there's some that are think they are not can slip through, but no, I keep an eye on them.
Well, I think we all, speaking for adults, we all have a little kid in us. So.
Very much so, and I hope that it always stays that way.
Well, I do too, and that's what keeps me young, at least for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but I think a lot of people still have a little bit of a kid in them, and they reflect on their time as a child and all those magical Christmases that you helped instigate across South Central Kentucky. And, all the businesses that get supported because of the Christmas season. This is just a wonderful time of year, and we are so blessed right here in South Central Kentucky. So much going on.
I see. Keep an eye on it and get reports, and yes, you are. Even when some difficult things take place, this community seems to rally around and take care of the people that need it. And, that right there will put you on the nice list.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes, sir.
That is good to know. So, a lot of different families have different traditions during the Christmas time. What are some of your favorite traditions, Santa?
Well, I like the fact that, even Christmas parade, when I'm in the Christmas parade and I'm riding on the float down the route, I can always look to see where families are going to be because that's a tradition for them. Mm-hmm. They never change spots. They're at that same place every year. So, we'll turn the curve and look around. I'll know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
So that's a fun tradition. I like the tradition of just the milk and cookies and all the things that go with the visits of Santa. And also, if they don't have a fireplace, we have that magical key, and we can come in the back door. Yeah. That's only good for Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Yes, only one night at Christmas Eve.
So it is a magical key.
It is a magical key. But that's a great tradition. I like the tradition of the stockings on the mantle, and coming down the fireplace and making sure that I can get the toys distributed and back up the chimney real quick, because I have so many houses to cover in a short period of time all over the world.
Yeah, so it's a 24-hour flight, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Because we have 24 different time zones in the world. So you start and you go 24 hours straight.
Absolutely, and boy, that means my reindeer must be in shape. So they rest up quite a bit before probably 2 weeks or so before we start our run on Christmas Eve, and that way they are in very good shape and healthy and ready to go.
I'm going to come back to that in just a moment, but getting back to the traditions, I know a lot of families like to read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," the night before Christmas. That's a wonderful tradition that we did with our kids here at the DeCesare household, and that's a wonderful story.
Oh, Samuel Clemens, it's a great story, and we do read that quite often, and also we, tradition of the candy cane. We always make sure we have plenty of candy canes for the youngsters and the older alike. So that's a great tradition that we do, and also, just to be able to see the growth of youngsters as they getting older and the teenagers, and how their requests change from a little toy to maybe clothing or money. So It's amazing how that when they get a little older, their taste changed a little bit. But even grandparents and great-grandparents, it's also wonderful to see the smile on their face when Santa shows up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love Santa. I love you, Santa.
Well, we love you too, Jim.
I appreciate that. So, talking about you reindeer, I do a little running every now and then, and when I have that big race coming up, I usually train quite hard for it. So, I'm guessing that your reindeer are probably during the summer months when it's warmer out. They're getting plenty of exercise to get ready for this big race at the end of every year.
Oh, yeah. And, they're pretty competitive, too. You should see Blitzen and Comet.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. One of them tries to outdo their other one all the time during the summer when they're exercising. So they definitely stay in shape.
So they do literally take part in those reindeer games.
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
So, which is, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is one of the wonderful songs that talks about the reindeer games. How is Rudolph?
Rudolph is doing very well. He's getting up in the years, but he still maintains to eat a healthy diet and takes care of himself. Of course, my elves look over all my reindeer and make sure they're groomed and taken care of and fed and watered. So Rudolph definitely is doing very well.
Well, fantastic. All right, so let's talk about your agent here locally, because there's this guy here in town, Nick Wilkins. He owns Balloonagram.
Yes, sir.
And that business has been around. Yeah, I know he's a friend of yours because y'all
friend.
talk on a regular basis. But how long has Nick been in business here in Bowling Green?
Oh, I think he started business in May 15th of 1981. So,
really?
Yeah, he's been around for a while, and he stays in touch with me.
Yeah.
In fact, we communicate during the year, and then, of course, when it gets closer to Christmas time, then if he wants me to come down to Bowling Green and the surrounding area and make these visits, and he takes care of all that for me as well. So does a great job, and lucky to have him.
Yeah, so I'm assuming since you're Santa, you have people all over the world that sort of communicate with you to come and do visits and whatnot during the off season, so to speak, or before Christmas when things are getting close and they need personal appearances. But Nick, not only does he work with you, but he also works with Broadway the Clown and others, and not only does that, but also has balloons and other things going on. So tell us a little bit about what all Nick does.
Oh, well, he does started that balloon business in 1981, and it's developed into quite a business in a lot of different ways, and been able to adapt to situations with competition and cost of the goods and so forth, he tells me. So we do, he tells me that he does the inflatable games and face painters and character artists and mimes and jugglers and balloon twisters. And so he does a lot of corporate work in the summertime, actually, and in the fall as well when the weather's nice, and then doing a lot of Christmas visits as well. He does the decorating.
Yeah.
I've seen him do these big arches and these these huge columns and particular type of balloon sculptures that the customer might want, and that's been really big for him in the recent years. I know during COVID he was telling me he adapted and he did a lot of things in the yard, so that way he wasn't in contact directly with the individuals. But it's been a successful business, he tells me, and he's a great agent. And I think he takes care of Broadway the Clown. He told me the other day that Broadway the Clown is, I think next month starts his 55th year of Broadway the Clown. So,
wow.
So I'm glad to be a part of that whole troupe.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't realize. So Broadway's 55-ish.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. And Broadway, he went to college, right?
Yes, he has a degree in commercial art with Bachelor's of Fine Arts from Western Kentucky University, and then upon graduation, he applied to Clown College.
And that's a real thing. That's not something that's just made up.
No. It's real. It was started in 1968 by the Feld brothers that bought Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus. And so they started, and in 1978, Broadway applied, and there were 5,287 applicants, and 60 of them were chosen, and he happened to be one of them.
Wow.
And out of those 60, 56 completed the course, and 37 were hired by Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus. So he was very lucky and has been very successful with the education and the knowledge that he's been able to use for even teaching in these days and times up at Western through the Center for Gifted Studies, teaching clown camps and teaching clowning in the schools and in a lot of different ways that has benefited. Of course, his dad was Wandy the Magician, and he grew up in a magical family, so they traveled around doing a 2-hour show, and his brother did escapes, and his sister did the illusions, and his mom was backstage kind of keeping everything together. She was the
coordinator.
The coordinator and the glue of the show.
Manager.
Oh, yes. And did she she did a fantastic job. So it was a family affair and really fun, and so he traveled around with them for several years.
Yeah. So where of course Barnum and Bailey, Ringling Brothers, was based in Sarasota, Florida, I think. But where was the Clown College?
The Clown College was 30 minutes from Sarasota in Venice, Florida.
Okay.
And that's where the winter quarters was. And the rail company had needed some repair, and Ringling didn't want to foot the bill, and the railroad did not want to foot the bill, so they closed that location down, and they moved down towards Tampa, and they own monster truck shows, and they own Disney on Ice shows, and everything is all under one roof. So all the fabrication of all the props and all the rehearsal area is all under one roof, and they're also in a bay area, so they can transport things on the water.
That's awesome. So I know you keeping in touch with Nick Wilkins and Broadway the Clown. Does Broadway? Do you know if he keeps in touch with any of his fellow Clown College colleagues? If the 57 that finished the program or so, is there a reunion every year or?
There has been some reunions that he's been to. He's told me the last one was. That he attended was in 2001 in Las Vegas, but there's been a few since then. I think he said something about, and yes, he is in touch with several of the alumni that he worked with, and just kind of see what they're doing. Some of them are still clowning, some of them are out of the business, and some of them actually stopped clowning when they left the circus and got into the world of business themselves, and whether it be a printing company or software development or whatever. But he stays in touch with several of them.
Well, I know Nick and Balloonogram, they have a Facebook page where people can go and see what all you have, Balloonogram has to offer, and so we'll put a link to that in our show notes. So if anybody wants to check it out, they can do that, because they do corporate events, like you said, but you also they get involved with birthday parties and other things as well throughout the year. So at any special event, Balloonogram may be able to help out, whether it's a wedding, a corporate event, a birthday party, or just a summer fling or something.
Well, I appreciate that. I tell you, Nick will really, I'll tell him that when I talk to him again, because I'm sure he's going to be very appreciative that you'll do that for him.
Well, I'm happy to do it. And, Getting back to some of the things that you do, what are some of your favorite events to attend every year, Santa, here in South Central Kentucky? I know you're all over the place, and you keep a busy schedule, but there's got to be some that you really enjoy being a part of each and every year.
Well, I enjoy being a part of the Dream Factory and granting dreams to critically and chronically ill children ages 3 to 18, and being a charter member of the local chapter has always been a big plus for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I like Special Olympics, and those are two that are dear to my heart as far as, being a participant during the year and helping them out any way we can. I like all kinds of events. Road race coming up. Mm-hmm. I like to really be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know in the DeCesare family, I know we just had this earlier this month, but we appreciate you helping out with the Jingle Bell Run each and every year, coming out and taking pictures with all the runners. We had another wonderful event this year, raised nearly $30,000 to help the Arthritis Foundation, which is an organization that's near and dear to our heart, and we appreciate Santa coming each and every year to our event. You've even been in the commercial.
Oh yeah, I've loved being a part of that event, and there's other things. Love being in the parade, and also going to nursing homes and senior centers, and memory care centers, as those, because those people really welcome all kinds of guests, but when Santa shows up, it just kind of see the twinkle in their eye. Yeah. It's a great time for them to kind of reminisce back in their early childhood, and so I like doing those. I do a lot of residential visits that I have seen, as I said earlier, a young man may be on my lap when back 50 years ago, and now he's a grandfather, so I'll have his children and grandchildren there as well. So I get to see the growth of these, and it's very interesting to see how they've changed, and also how they still are appreciative of Santa Claus.
Well, I know you've been a part of a lot of different things, but can you share any memorable moments or funny mishaps during your busy season over the years?
Well, yes, I can. Rudolph kind of got off path one time, and that kind of was a little tough for us to round him back in. I was doing a little visit at the old mall in Bowling Green, Kentucky, back in probably 1972.
Okay.
And a young lady came up to sit on my knee, and I asked what she wanted, and she was very timid and very quiet, and she was her lip was quivering a little bit, and the next thing I know, there's a warm feeling on my knee, and I'm like, oh no. So I got up and went and feed the reindeer and make sure that I got that dried and clean for the next day when I came back around to Bowling Green.
Yeah, I would suspect you need to put that to the dry cleaner.
Absolutely, yeah. It went to the dry cleaners, and there's other things that have happened. Sometimes a child is a little bit scared of Santa, and one of my goals is to make sure we keep that distance and then try to win them over. And most of the time it does work. But I sure have had a lot of screaming little ones on my hand, and the parents just want to take a picture, and I'm not so much I'm a fan of that. But I think probably when that child grows up and it's in the big night before the wedding, they'll show that picture for sure.
Well, of course. You got to show the fun picture with Santa where the kid's crying.
Yes.
But you also have a lot of kids that probably that don't want to leave your side either.
There's a bunch, yes. There's several of them that way. And, I've done, I know in Bowling Green a few years ago, I came down the fireplace. Mm-hmm. And then probably the same party, maybe 10 years later, one of my elves, Rusty, and I flew in a helicopter and landed. So we came from the North Pole we gave the reindeer a rest that evening, and we came in a helicopter, and that was really a big event. Now there was probably 200 plus people there, and it was something else. And
that's fantastic.
Some of the schools I've been to for 40 plus years, and you walk in and you're almost thinking that they think you're a rock star. I mean, it's
well, Santa, you are a rock star.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah,
I mean, you may be one of the top 3 most famous people ever?
Well, I would say I rate within that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a popular guy for sure. Yeah, and everybody likes to see Santa and make sure they want to talk to him, especially if they have time to tell him what they want.
Yeah.
And just like you said earlier, they want to know, are they on the nice list or the naughty list?
And I'm going to get back to that in a minute. What's some of the weirdest things someone has put on a wish list?
Oh, me. I get requests all the time for $1 million.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're not going to do that.
Sure.
And I'm just like, what would you do with $1 million? And a lot of them.
Those are the same people that if you get 3 wishes, you wish for 3 more wishes, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. I have one child wanted a fox. One of them wanted a snake. I've had a lot of different types of animals: turtles, squirrels. Of course, it's difficult to grant a wish to a child for an animal because when we put the animals on the sleigh with us, it really upsets the reindeer.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're able to do it, but we don't guarantee anything for these boys and girls because you never know. Maybe sometimes the supply and demand, and we run out of making them in the workshop.
Yep.
And I've got 116 elves up there working right now, so I want to make sure that they're staying busy, and which they are. I'm very blessed to have a very wonderful team of elves, I should say, within my group at the North Pole. But yeah, you get a lot of different requests, but sometimes just some odd animals. And honestly, I don't particularly would never really want to bring a snake to anyone.
No,
can you imagine a snake getting loose in the sleigh?
Nope.
Oh, me.
I don't even want to think about that.
No, I don't care much for that either.
And I won't be asking for an orangutan either.
Oh, well, good. Yeah.
And I know you probably check with parents occasionally too to make sure that you're giving the appropriate gift as well.
We do, yeah. Parents communicate with me quite often, and also they're the ones too, besides the teachers, that know their behavior. So it's always a good thing to stay in touch with them.
And then, of course, if anybody wants to track you during the holiday season, there's a way to do that. So I think NORAD has always got the radar up, tracking Santa across the world so they can see where you are in real time, but only watch it when you're supposed to be awake, not while you're supposed to be asleep.
That's right. And you want to make sure you sleep with both eyes closed too. No fair peeking.
That's right.
Yeah. Because that's a job to get in and out of a house quickly, and boy, we've mastered it over the years, so it still works.
It does. So after your big day, what do you do to relax after Christmas? You go to the spa? Or
yeah, definitely go to the spa.
Get a massage?
Yes, a great massage, and Miss Claus gets one as well. And the elves are so much looking forward to having some time off. And I end up in a nice sunny area, normally in Key West or someplace, because I used to go to Jamaica, but unfortunately that's not a good time this year with the storms that they've had. So probably end up in Key West and spend a little time relaxing and getting some sun, and which I do like cold weather.
Yeah,
so
it's nice to get to the beach every now and then.
Nice to have that change. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Do you like that key lime pie down there in Key?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, that's very good, and that's the authentic. That's the best.
Yeah, that's the OG, as they would say.
OG is right.
That's what the kids say, right?
Oh, they do. Yeah, this lingo of these children today is quite different than these youngsters that came around 20, 30 years ago.
I know it's all changing, but it always has.
Yes, it has.
So,
and technology has been a big part of. Sometimes I don't necessarily get a list in the mail. I might get an email.
Yeah.
So,
no text.
No. Well, occasionally.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Someone finds your number.
Somebody finds my number, they might text, and then, of course, one of my elves takes care of that as well. I've got Gabriel. He takes care of all the elves on the shelf.
Uh-huh.
And they report to me.
Oh, yeah. They get around.
Oh, they do. And some of them, sometimes I have to find out their behavior because some of those have done some really, really crazy things in these households.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little assistance, though, every now and then.
I think they might be, too.
Am I going to say any more than that?
Yeah, I think they might be, too, because some of the things they do, I don't know if they could do it on their own.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Couple more questions, Santa. Favorite cookie?
Oh, chocolate chip by far.
Okay.
Yeah, chocolate chip. And people go, "Or do you want to change it this year?" And of course, I will eat any type of cookie that they put out.
Yes, I'm
only just a little small morsel. Sometimes it's hard, but because I'm getting a little snack at every place, I've got to be able to fit down the chimney.
Yeah, but you're burning a lot of carbs too.
Oh yes, definitely. Ooh, a lot of movement.
You need to carb up.
Carb up would be good, but I do like chocolate chip. I like white chocolate macadamia.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sometimes maybe if they don't leave milk, they'll leave like a Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper or glass of water, some sweet tea. So any of those fun things. And of course, we don't want to forget the reindeer.
Sure.
Reindeer love oats and they love any type of nuts, and they like celery and carrots and cauliflower and raisins. You can put all that stuff out for them, and they love it.
That's
especially
awesome.
They get a chance to have that. They love Christmas Eve. They love that ride. Even though
bet.
it's a lot of work, they know they're going to get some snacks along the way.
It's like Halloween for them.
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, let's see. All right. So the big question I have for you, am I on the good list?
Oh, absolutely. You're
All
on
right.
the good list. Yes. I've been watching you year round.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I'm just happy that you're still out there in the road races and running and staying in shape and having a good time doing it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what keeps me young. And I know my Mrs. Claus, Amy, and I are so grateful for you coming by, and your friend Nick Wilkins and the fine people at Balloonagram. And like I said, we'll put the link in our show notes. So if anybody wants to try to get in touch with Santa for maybe next year, they can reach out to Nick and he'd coordinate that for them. Or if there's something else they want to have during the rest of the year, there's always something festive and fun happening in South Central Kentucky.
There sure is, and I certainly appreciate that. And yes, he would be glad to take care of them. And wow, I just want to thank you for letting me be a part of the 100th episode.
Well, it's a special episode, and it's I think a special episode needs a special guest.
Well, thank you so much.
Santa Claus, thanks
Merry
for being on the
Christmas.
DeCesare Group Podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks again to Santa Claus for being my guest today on the 100th episode of the DeCesare Group Podcast. Hey, if you like what you hear, please share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave us a review and share your feedback with us as well. You can also follow the DeCesare Group across all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and YouTube. And you can even subscribe to our weekly newsletter, Soki Economic Development and Business News, by going to our website, thedecesaregroup.com. The DeCesare Group Podcast is produced by the DeCesare Group, a public relations and consulting firm based in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Our engineer and chief elf is Justin DeCesare, with content contributions for Brooke Mattingly. The DeCesare Group Podcast is researched by Amy DeCesare. I'm Jim DeCesare, and from my family to yours, wishing you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and inviting you to join us again next time for the DeCesare Group Podcast.